Hello again. Welcome to Monko TV. I'm John Olsen, Danish YouTuber. And yes, I don't know how you say this on English. But Saturday is 2 days before Christmas, 4 p.m. And actually I had visit in like 1 hour. My old mom will have a visit and bring a bit food. But I think I'm just looking at the. I did not know that the Taurus ship was only $190 or something. It's like the Freelancer MAX. So I've been looking at this Taurus, Constellation Taurus, as of, I think this is a ship I need to buy. And not the Freelancer MAX, because this is a lot larger ship and you can do walk around much more. Maybe you can have a bigger car or tank or something. Yes, I have to. This camcorder is not level at all. First of all, yes. But I found a bit video on YouTube. So I think I'll just record a bit, but I have to stop the camcorder when it's knocking on my door, because I get some visits. Yes, but this is a YouTuber called Citizen Gamer. And I have found, tried to look for some videos about the Constellation, but let's look a bit at this. Yes, this is the ship I was thinking about, so why not buy this ship, the Constellation Taurus, as $190. I think I buy this ship, then I get a new hangar, the Revel and New York hangar extra. I got Revel and York hangar. Industrial hangar. It is this hangar that's cost alone $50. So I will get this hangar too. So why not? So I think I do that. Yes, buy the Constellation Taurus and not the Freelancer MAX, because that's a lot bigger ship and you can upgrade, but I don't like to upgrade because I want to keep it as a cargo ship. This looks very nice and you can walk around. It's a lot bigger ship, so I think this is a ship, and you have a bathroom and have everything.
Which ship? We're going to be comparing the Freelancer MAX versus the Constellation Taurus.
Yes, but this is an old ship. This video is from September 2016, so that's is more than 2 years old video.
We think can do a better job of getting the cargo runs done. Let's get to it.
So I think I buy this ship.
Greetings everyone, and welcome to another episode of Which Ship. This week we're comparing two ships of relatively close price range, the Constellation Taurus versus the Freelancer MAX. Now, Lightning Dragon here has a Constellation Taurus and I own a Freelancer MAX, so we're going to duke it out here and see what's what, see who's
My
king of
ship is bigger.
Your ship is definitely bigger. That is there. I will not argue that point. I will give you that one. You straightforward will win that argument. So the price point of these is really close, and Lightning's of the idea that the Taurus is a superior ship. Let's take a look at it here and see how wrong he is. I mean, see if he's wrong or not. So
I still think it's a direct upgrade.
you may be right. It comes down to one factor we'll get into here in just a minute in a large respect. So the Freelancer MAX is about a third of the weight, give or take. Let's just say closer. Let's just say closer to half of the weight of the Constellation Taurus. That's giving it a lot more weight, and the it says here it only carries about half as much as the Taurus, but having walked around the model in my hangar, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I would say it probably carries closer to 2/3 of the amount of the Taurus. Now, that could be wrong. I could be wrong, and that still could be half. But we'll have to see what the final models come out. Because right now they still are revamping the Taurus's model, and of course the Freelancer's model. So in that regard,
Everything is always in flux forever.
that's in the air, yeah. And of course, the Taurus does carry significantly more firepower than the Freelancer. At least on the energy weapons. Physical weapons, it carries a lot more missiles with their size 1s. The Freelancer Max carries size like size 2s and 3s or whatnot, I think. And that's still kind of in the air too, because it's got some really
Doesn't
big
the
missiles.
Constellation class have more missiles though? Like
It does.
volume?
No, it does. It's got a massive amount of missiles, but it's got basically 28 size 1s on it on the Taurus, which is it's got.
Yes, I think this is a ship I need, but I will not check today if my Star Citizen is Saturday today. I did crash last night, but I will get visit in like 40 minutes. I'm not start to play now. I would just like to see if I can get online. No, I have the latest patch 3.41. I will write that in tile, but this Constellation Taurus, that's a lot more better ship for me, because yes, you can do like a role playing, you can be a space trucker, you live on this constellation, you have a bathroom and you have a table you can sit and eat food. But I have after the patch 3.4, no, after the update 3.4, I have a slightly better performance. And the textures looks a lot better than 3.3. So problem is I don't have $2,000 to buy a really good gamer computer with 32GB memory and a good GeForce graphic card with 8GB. I don't have that now, but I can buy it on credit, but I don't have this $100 20 or something. I will need to pay like $100 and 20 or 30 in 2 years. I cannot afford that now because I have so much debt. I pay like $1,000 every month in payment, so I could not have more debts. So but maybe I can buy a second-hand old gamer computer with 32. I will look at that, but I don't have the money. But maybe I can buy like $1,000, an old gamer PC with 32GB memory and a GeForce 1080 graphic card with 8GB or something. And the i7 CPU from the 7th generation or something. Yes. Okay, I'm back online, but I was not planning to play a lot. But I have a better performance. You can see the texture looks more normal. But I still have very low frame rates. You can see that. So that would be hard to play if I'm a place like Lorville with a lot of players and ships. Yes, you can see that when I'm moving, that's a bit too low. And I need to search how I should walk, because that will help me if I just walk slowly. Yes, I need to know how to toggle between running and walking, how to walk in Star Citizen. Yes, but I'm back online, but I'm not going to... Yes, I got visit soon. So yes, let's just log off. So that's very good. Then I can get online. I can get online tonight after my mom have left. But I don't see my mom only 2 times a year or something. That's not much. So quit game. Yes, that was very good. Let's look a bit more from the cities, but something we should have updates. Yes, that's 1 year old. Let's look this. This video is 1 year old from a nerd saga from 10th December.
The nose, the neck, the body, the tail, and those were all separate pieces so that we could do this change once we go to the toilet and stuff like that, because it's going to have a different body also. So it is a challenge trying to fit all the pieces together, but since we designed it as a modular kind of ship, then it kind of comes together.
Yes, indeed, you did hear that right. Ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, citizens all welcome. I just wanted to drop a little news that I think it probably passed over everybody. It looks like the Constellation Taurus is not only being worked on, well, it's going to be worked on soon, but it looks like it's going to be bigger. So, Taurus owners, I am a fellow Taurus owner as well. I'm excited. We're going to have a larger ship. In fact, that RSI anniversary special talked about how they had to make the constellations larger in reference to the Phoenix. So while they were working on the Phoenix, they realized that certain aspects of the constellation body didn't gel with the overall plan of the Phoenix. So they had to make her wider and longer than the other Phoenixes. So, than the other constellations. And they also realized that they will have to apply those same techniques to the Taurus. Because if you've noticed that if you look up the Taurus's stats on online, you notice that there are a few key things missing. Namely, like the cargo capacity of that ship. So, that kind of had me curious and thinking, why would they exclude that? But now it makes sense. It makes sense because they're going to make it larger. So, good news. Really, really good news. So if you guys are Taurus owners and you were thinking about either melting it or upgrading it or something because you feel like that it probably won't have any practical use, have heart. Guess what? She's going to get a buff. She's going to get a buff. And that's great news.
Yes, this is a ship for me. I'm not buying the Freelancer MAX. I buy this one, the same price and lot better, lot bigger. I have some kind of real spaceship with a home, a toilet, I can eat, beds, and bigger cargo. I think you can have bigger cars below here.
So that means that it will also be able to carry, of course, an Ursa. Just like the dev said in the aforementioned video, that the links will be able to move or they can load the links into that cargo area, and you can literally just walk around them. You don't have to stand to the side, wait for them to finish moving around to park the vehicle. You could, the cargo area on the Phoenix is wide enough for you to walk around it. So that same thing is likely going to happen with the Taurus. So I think that's great news. That's fantastic news. So I mean, that's all I really wanted to say. It's just to let you guys know that the Taurus is going to show up soon, and it looks like from the kind of schedules I looked at, I don't know how current they are, but it looks like the Taurus is going to be available in either 3.1 or 3.2, which isn't that far off. So, man, I mean, if you got one and you're wondering when you're going to be able to fly it around, the time is coming, and it's going to be a really, really nice ship, a really large ship. So
Yes,
I'm wondering,
that's really nice one.
The same size as the Phoenix, which will be, I think that'll be interesting, because the Phoenix has a snub fighter in the rear.
Yes, but I'm not I'm not record everything.
Fighter, which means it has more.
That's like copy the video. I'm just I'm researching the Star Citizen game. I'm not to copy other YouTubers all their video. It's not why I do this. Yes, that's the Andromeda. Yes. That's 3 weeks ago. So, yes, give them a like. If you're a YouTuber, that's not just give them a like, but I'm laying my bet or say just nice video, write something nice. Even if you don't think it's a very good video, but do that. Yes, that's 3 years ago. Yes, that's 1 year ago. The YouTuber Flusball.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Yes, this is a nice ship. I buy this ship, of course. See, they have a good computer. They have this big elevator. I buy this ship, not the Freelancer MAX. It has some real living space. It has bathroom and place to sit and eat, and a large cargo. And I think you can have some bigger cars.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Yes, I can do this later. I don't think he speak in this one.
Hello everyone, Criticorn here. Today's ship review is about the Constellation series. These large, multi-crewed, versatile ships.
Yes, this is the YouTuber Criticorn. So always give them a like or write something nice.
Hello everyone, Criticorn here. Today's ship review is about the Constellation series. These large, multi-crewed, versatile ships allow players to explore many different careers within Star Citizen. While in many ways they act like the Aurora series, which are more for players that are simply just trying to test the waters in a career they might like to pursue, the Constellation series opens up the doors and lets players have a more impactful role with the career they're pursuing, along with participating in the multi-crewed system. Now, while all the different variants of these ships can accommodate players in certain careers in the Star Citizen universe, whether it be having the expanded cargo holds to carry more cargo, or even the heavier weapon loadouts to have a more combat-driven role, to even that foo-foo interior, which I do like, by the way, and I'll talk about later, it is important to remember that these are exploration ships and best suited for players pursuing a career in the exploration industry. And as usual, I'll give that little reminder that the game is still in the development phase and the ships are subject to change, and I'll make an updated video at the appropriate time. Along with that, I'll be sharing the basic info of these ships, so I do apologize to you veterans who probably already know this info. Now, the first ship in the line is going to be the Constellation Taurus. The ship is going to be the cheapest to afford not only in-game, but also the cheapest to pledge for. But don't let that fool you. Because of its expanded hull, it can carry 234 standard cargo units. That's 100 units more than any of its other sister ships. It's also described as maintaining a fuel economy that few in its class can match. This is going to save a lot of money for a lot of players who anticipate transporting a lot of goods on a daily basis. And while I am just going to speculate here, I think this ship stands to make its mark in the transporting industry. It's sometimes easy to forget that just because the cargo hold in the Taurus is smaller, doesn't mean that its cargo can't be just as valuable as a ship carrying thousands of cargo units. There's going to be a lot of far-off moons and stations that a lot of other cargo haulers simply can't reach because the cost in fuel might cost more than the cargo itself. This is where the fuel economy engines kick in, and the Taurus has the upper edge over the regular cargo haulers. The Taurus is also going to benefit from not having to hire escorts, as it comes decently armed. While it is lighter armament than its other sister ships, it's going to be able to defend itself in dangerous situations. Now, there's another feature that's actually not really talked about, and I think it's just going to be my pure speculation here, and forgive me for the odd comparison, but I think it's going to be really easy to load up and actually benefit players as opposed to loading up their ships like a moving van. Of course, like most of you know, loading up a moving van can be quite the hassle as you walk back and forth until the entire hull is full. Now, with a lot of ships in Star Citizen, that same principle applies, but not the Taurus. The bottom of the hull of the ship will simply come straight down and allow players to load up the entire hull of the ship from any angle, which I think is going to be extremely convenient in the long run and save a lot of players time and anguish from having to reposition all their cargo units. All in all, I think the Taurus is a great ship in the Constellation series just because of its cargo loadout. Even though it's not the most excitable because it doesn't have the most weaponry or the largest array of sensors and scanners for deep space exploration, it's still going to be a great ship for players who'd like to explore and go to the far points of space while carrying a lot of cargo at the same time. Currently, to pledge for the Taurus, it's $150, and I think this is a great deal considering what the ship can do, and I think any player can earn that money back really quickly in-game and purchase another ship if they're not happy with the outcome of this one. I would strongly recommend this ship, though, for players who like the transport cargo side of Star Citizen along with the exploration side, because this ship is the best of both worlds. Now, for those of you who like to live more on the dangerous side, exploring the deeper parts of...
Yes, that's the ship I'm buying, the Constellation Taurus. I'm buying that ship, but that needs $200 for that. Yes, this 24 minutes and the video will split in a few seconds, and is 4:30. I can visit about in half an hour, so we can record one more part, then I have to stop the video.
That have higher threat levels, the Constellation Andromeda might be a good fit for you. Requiring a crew of 5 to operate and only being able to carry 134 standard cargo units, this ship certainly makes up for it in sheer firepower. The ship is going to come armed with more turrets and guns, along with missile racks and an attached P-52 Merlin fighter escort to the hull of the ship. Of course, it goes without saying that there's going to be many tactical advantages of being able to detach a fighter in an engagement. It can also act as an air support unit when you are exploring the surfaces of planets, especially the hostile ones. These ships will be very popular for players who enjoy that aspect of not only combat, but exploration side as well, going into the more dangerous parts of the systems in the Star Citizen universe. There's going to be a lot of missions and quests that will unlock extremely rare content, but because those missions and quests will lead deeper into hostile territory, these ships are the perfect outfit of both exploration and firepower alike. that will allow those players to complete those missions. Now, if you would like to purchase the Andromeda, it is $225, because that's a little more on the steep side, and because of its very unique feature of both being a combative ship